Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going over the final product of Jordan Mathis's 389 small bunk.
So a 36-inch sleeper, we're completely...
Nope, it is not.
44, whatever.
They changed them all. We did a whole video on this.
Yeah. It measures 36 inches though.
It does, yeah. If you actually get on the bottom of the sleeper from panel to panel, front to back is actually 36 inches. But that is not how everybody in the industry, that's not the industry standard of how to measure
Anymore
a
on
sleeper.
a 389, they're 44 and it goes to like the seat or something, right?
The whole industry does this. They do from back of cab to the back of the seat. And that's how you measure it in Freightliners and Max and Volvos and everything else. So Peterbilt just decided to unify their measuring system to everybody else's.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, except for we've just known the other measurements for the last 20 years, so it's really hard to adapt.
Yep. We're not actually done with the truck.
No, so we're going to put one final product in. We're going to unbox a shifter plate that is now on the website. The link is below. These shifter plates are really cool. We actually had them chrome plated, so that way, you know, the shine and the, you know, the pretty awesomeness just lasts forever. And you guys can get one for yourself for your 389. Pretty simple install, and you're going to get to see how that works on this video.
Yep, we're going to put it in, then we're going to walk around and show you the whole truck. We're going to drive the truck, and then they're going to come pick the truck up.
All right, well, let's get to it.
All right, let's do it. All right, walking over here, we're going to take this plate and unwrap it.
It did look all pretty a second ago, but I got a little eager. I didn't realize we were putting it on in the video, so I just started, you know, tearing into it. It's like a Christmas present. So anyway,
there we go.
we got this big shiny chrome shifter plate here.
So Harris Metalworks makes this for us. We actually had we did a 3D scan of a factory shifter plate, cut it out of 100% out of a billet
aluminum,
then sent it off to the chrome shop and got it chromed. We've got these two different ways, so you can get one with our semi-casual logo in it, or you can get one just plain.
Yep. So if you don't like the semi-casual logo, which I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, if I was doing this in my truck, I'm definitely getting the semi-casual logo,
Yeah.
right?
It looks awesome.
Yeah,
And,
no,
and it literally, we'll show you in this video, you set it in there, put the bolts back in, which on this one here, we're gonna use these stainless button head deals.
Yep.
But it sets in all the factory holes. Takes just a second to install, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
The reason we went with the chrome instead of just leaving it polished aluminum, the chrome process, the on top of this makes this a lot more resilient to like little scratches and things like that.
Yep.
So it'll hold its shine and look nice a lot longer than if it was just straight polished.
Yeah, and being that it's inside the truck, it's not exposed to the elements. You know, there's not a lot of chrome-plated stuff on the outsides of the trucks just because it's really hard to get that to last if you don't know what you're doing. Not that those guys don't know what they're doing. Not what I was saying.
Just the elements. You get wintertime and you start running into all the salt and the brine and everything else we put on the road. That stuff is killer on chrome. So we've also got another one in the floor in here, Tommy.
Yeah, we do. That one's going to the other truck
Yep.
that we've built for Mathis. If you guys remember, we're going to put a link in the description here to the truck Blue Moon. So go back and check that one out as well.
Well, I'm going to jump in here. We'll get some tools and let's take this thing out real quick.
Let's do this. Brian is taking the plate out right there.
We got all our screws loose.
You can see the screws.
We're taking that screw out.
Okay.
And when we put the plate in, we're going to use the new screws.
All right. That's
Oh, this is the old screw. Hang
I
on.
was gonna say, man, that doesn't look like. Hey, there, that one looks pretty.
That looks better.
I was like, wow. I'm sitting here looking at this phone. It doesn't look much better from the screen.
I think you got the wrong screw. But, yep, so we get these out. We'll pull this plate off, and then we'll set the new one in, and we'll be good to go.
All right. Well, that was fast.
That was fast. So now we got the old plate out. We just set this new one in here.
Get the little boot out around
Fingerprints all over it. We're going to wipe them off when we get done.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just kind of part of it. Now at this point, a flashlight's kind of handy because then you can see your holes. But now we start putting our screws in here, and she is ready to go. And that shifter plate looks really awesome with this SH tube double bend shifter.
Yes, it does.
It does look really good.
All right, put some screws in.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Brian, that is the final screw going in there.
It is. This thing is in. She's got a few fingerprints yet. Need to get those off, but looks pretty good, man.
It does look really good. Those stainless bolts made a big difference.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I noticed you doing that by hand. Why did you do it by hand?
Because, you know, if the screw gun goes, you know, haywire, then it scratches that pretty nice setup. Not to mention when you go to take those out, they're really torqued in there.
Yep.
And if you want to like round off some screws and make your day real long, use a screw gun.
Yeah.
So it takes a little longer, but you don't mess anything up. As you start torquing these down, it loosens other ones up. So you kind of just got to make your rounds with it. And once you get them all tight, you're good to go.
Perfect. All right, we got the big pretty plate in there. Now we can show off the rest of this big rig.
It's back or outside.
All right, let's do this.
So we'll go over some of the stuff we've done here. Obviously, you saw when we pulled it out. We did a bumper flip kit on it. It's got a 12 gauge, 20-inch blind mount bumper. Put the Roadworks watermelon lights in the corners there. LED lights, Firewire LED. We did the Firewire LED lights in there. You can see the bulbs. One thing we did on this truck that we have never done before, and I still really like it, is the black grill bars.
Yeah, you know, I noticed that earlier, and we just talked about this a couple episodes ago about grill bars versus no grill bars. And from a distance, I couldn't tell this truck had grill bars just because of that black background on it. And when I got up on it, I was like, oh wow, that is really cool.
It looks really good. It goes well with the painted black visor. That's a bow tie visor, 12 gauge bow tie visor on it. All paint match. We did the 12 gauge mirror brackets, painted those to match, and it's all nice and clean looking, the wiring and everything. We wrapped everything in black so it goes in there, looks nice. We did the breather chops and the strapless breather kit with 3 watermelon lights on the front and a little single mini in the back, and also the 12 gauge cabin sleeper panel. So that's like the 379 style setup where you paint a cow and the polished cabin sleeper panels.
Yep.
Well, I like the light down by the box too. At night that'll look cool because it'll make that box light up.
Yeah, reflect off that box.
Yep. And then we did the lifetime lug nut covers and front oilers, painted the hubs to match. They're red. They done an awesome job paint matching everything on this truck. Painted the fuel tanks and air tanks. Did an Iowa Custom shock box cover painted. Watermelon lights in the back of the sleeper.
Man, look at this legendary black on the shift fenders.
Oh yeah. You can't beat this color when the sun hits it.
No, this is the best.
12 gauge rear center panel. It's got the hidden reverse light bracket underneath. Real wheel, rear hub covers.
Real wheel, rear wheel hub covers.
They look awesome.
They really do.
And we painted this chassis, so it's a base clear on the paint job on the chassis. And then Merit deck plate all painted. We got our horns hidden back there, you can see them. I mean, overall, dude, Dynaflex stacks on it, 12 gauge boxes. And we've done some pretty cool stuff on the interior too.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to show that whenever we do our test drive, but that's there's quite a few interior options done in there.
We got inside we done a stereo. We did a kicker 12-inch solar barrack.
Yep.
And it's got like 800 watts to it. And we replaced all the factory speakers in the head unit.
You know, and it's not a huge upgrade, but for what it is, it's worth every dime.
Oh yeah, it's loud. It sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like this crazy, you know, $1 million stereo system or anything like that. It wasn't anything that was like crazy super expensive to do. It's honestly one of the dollar for dollar best upgrades you can do on a 389.
Yep, the stereo is a big deal. You sit in these trucks for 10 plus hours a day. It's nice to have some good tunes.
Yeah.
All right, so before we take off and go for a ride, this sun is crazy, the shadows, but we did the seats in here, and they have, it's the Seats brand, Peterbilt logo seats. And you can see it's got the red stitching. And they're nice. These seats are really comfortable. I like them.
Yeah, and the red stitching matches the door panels and the headliner that's in here.
Yep.
It's got the diamond stitch with the black leather and the red stitching.
And you got them in the doors here. And over on your side, you got it.
Yep. Another big panel over here.
And then we've got this SH tube shifter. Got our chrome semi-casual plate in there.
Yeah, buddy.
This thing looks awesome.
That does look really good.
And then we just got a Kenwood radio in there. So it's when we did all this, we put the watermelon lights in here, and those go white, and then they'll also go red. And we replaced all the factory speakers up here with kicker speakers as well. So it gets down. It's pretty loud. We got the window. We didn't say anything about that. We did window chops on it too.
Yeah, black window chops, painted behind the visor, that legendary black behind the visor there.
Yeah. The biggest thing is now is go hit the highway. So we're taking a different route today on our test drive.
Yeah. Decided to go down Highway 70. We are currently on Plateau Road. This dead ends at Highway 70. And then we'll just either decide to go right or left. Right takes you to Monterey, left takes you to Crossville.
I say we take a right. We can just go there, turn around at the sandwich shop.
Yep.
And head back. I mean, we've already driven the truck before to Crossville and back once, just on a test drive. So we already know it does good.
Yeah, yeah.
She's probably mad. She wants fuel, doesn't it?
She does want some fuel. Well, Brian, how'd I do?
You did excellent. It was a really good job.
I didn't hear a single grind, nothing like that. I mean, honestly, we got through the gears really smooth there.
That was, I mean, listen, I'll give you a high five, bud.
Right.
Great job. Great job. Oh, this truck rides really good. I mean, like, every truck always seems to be like a little bit different here and there and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But this one's pretty awesome. So one thing I really like, and we do it a lot on a bunch of these trucks, is the 12 gauge mirror brackets, because it kicks that mirror out a little bit further. It also drops it down a little bit. So it's about 2 inches wider than your factory deal. So it makes it really nice, especially if you've got stacks on a truck and things like that. It gives you a lot more of your mirror back. Like you've got more room to see.
Yeah, there's no, visual clearance issues at all with those big 12 gauge mirrors. Not to mention they look so clean. It really does clean up the look of the truck.
It does. And these guys haul. Tell me what. So Matt, it's like they have two companies. It's Mathis Environmental, and Mathis Concrete.
Yes.
So this one's a Mathis Concrete truck. So what is he? I wonder what Jordan's gonna be pulling with this. Do you know?
My understanding is that those boys pull end dumps, and you know it's going to be pulling the material that goes into the concrete mix. So you know the whatever that powder is that goes into it. I don't know anything about making concrete, but then it's going to be hauling gravel and sand.
Okay.
So that's really all I know about it. Also, Mathis Concrete, they've started paving driveways in that area, and so you know they've started this huge paving operation, and I've been seeing on Instagram lately they've been doing like these huge commercial parking lots and stuff like that. So
okay.
I mean, this thing could be hauling you know, I don't know if you can haul asphalt in an end dump or not, but
I don't see why you couldn't. I mean, especially if you're doing big jobs. I think an end dump would hold a lot more than a dump truck.
yeah,
It's also really heavy.
it is also very, very heavy. I don't know if they can put that in an end dump or not. I don't know if that's one of those things or possible, but you know, those guys, you know, they've got no shortage of work over there. It seems, you know, they've got their farm operation. They've got, you know, tons and tons of chicken houses. You know, I went and hung out with the Mathis boys one day, and they're into a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it's probably pretty hard to pinpoint exactly what this truck would be doing on a day-to-day basis.
I mean, he might be hauling chicken feed. You never know.
Yeah, it's probably going to be different from morning to morning. It's just, you know, whatever Jordan's putting his focus into that day, I guess.
Yeah. So this truck, he doesn't stay the night in or anything like that. He just wanted a little more room than a day cab, and so that's why I went with a small bunk, and it gives him some room for put his stuff, or I guess if you're waiting to get unloaded, you can kind of just go back there and relax for a minute or something. But also because a 36-inch bunk just looks cool.
It really does. It looks really cool. It's, you know, it gives you a little bit extra storage space, a little extra of leg room too.
And room for subs, so that the stereo sounds loud.
Exactly.
All right, guys, that is it for this video. Tell us what you think about the Mathis truck here. This thing is, I like it. It's sharp.
Oh, it looks really, really good. I think it would look a little better if we'd have dumped the front axle. I mean, we did forget to mention that though, because this truck does have an air ride front axle on it.
It does have an air ride front axle.
Oh.
It is a 265 wheelbase.
And speaking of things that we forgot to mention, last time around I told Brian that he forgot to mention the Merit deck plate. And we got like...
And I was right.
Yeah, you totally were right. Now, he did mention the Merit deck plate on that. There was a lot of people that, like, I think the first day we had like 45 or 46 comments, and like 40 of them was like, he totally did mention the Merit deck plate. So...
You owe me $1.
I do owe you $1. And I did happen to bring one with me right there. Just that way everybody knows Brian got paid.
Paid.
Didn't want to leave that out. But anyway, if you guys want to see more content like this, you know what you got to do. You got to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram.
At Semi Casual Show.
And then I guess that's it, right?
Go to the website if you want to buy that shifter plate.
Oh, yeah.
They're listed on the website now. We've got those and a ton of other stuff. We've been adding parts on the website like crazy, so semicasualshow.com.
Also, Mathis's other super cool truck, the link's in the description down here.
Yep.
Blue Moon. That was a really, really fun build. We did that one about a year and a half ago.
I think so.
Yeah.
It all runs together.
Yeah, we've built a lot of trucks. So, but anyway, no, it's a super cool video. Highly recommend you check that one out as well. And then I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Later.